Hi, Matthew from Factbird here, and in this tutorial we're going to be going over how you actually set up your hardware for Factbird. Starting now with the Factbird DUO and a digital sensor. So here you've got the DUO, a digital sensor, a connector cable for the sensor, and a power supply unit. So we'll start by plugging the power supply unit into the Factbird, so that the Factbird is receiving power. The other end just needs to be plugged into a standard power socket somewhere on site. Then we can plug one end of the sensor cable into the DUO, and the other side into the digital sensor. So now you should have the cable one end connected into the digital sensor, the other into the DUO, and the power supply unit one end plugged into the DUO and the other plugged into a socket somewhere on site. So once you have all the hardware actually connected, it is quite important where each of these things go. So with the Factbird DUO, we recommend not placing it inside of a metal cabinet or underneath or between large machinery, because this is going to make it difficult for the connection signal to actually get to the Factbird, so it'll be more likely to go offline at times. With the actual sensor, with the digital sensor, the placement is extremely important to the validity of the data. You want to place it somewhere where it's counting all of the good parts with as little interference as possible. So you want to avoid situations where a hand might be passing it or where other things that might be passing it during cleaning, for example. In an ideal case, you'll place the sensor where only the product you want to count is passing. So as you can see, like in this case, we have quite a smart sensor that we often package when we send out to customers. And with these smart sensors, there's a lot of different settings that you can utilize, such as a time delay or a distance setting to help ensure that you are getting the most valid data possible. Now, when it comes to sensor placement or understanding the settings on these smart sensors, you can always reach out to your contact at Factbird who can walk you through how you can best utilize these. So now that the hardware is actually set up, we want to make sure that we can validate that it's receiving data correctly. So to start with, let's look at this green light here above this status LED. Now that is currently lit up solid green, meaning that the DUO is connected to the internet via mobile network. If it was connected via Wi-Fi, this green light would actually be blue. But as long as the light there is solid, it means that the device is online and receiving data. Now to validate that the sensor is receiving data, as we can see currently there's nothing passing the sensor, meaning that there is nothing here. But if I pass my hand past the sensor a few times, you can see each time something passes, that lights up orange. Similarly, on the top of the sensor here, you can see that as my hand passes, that lights up orange. So now, since that's lighting up and this is lighting up, we know that this sensor is actually receiving the data that's passing.